So before we start, you'll realise there's a capo on fret 2 in this song. If you don't have a capo, you can play it without, but obviously if you want to play it in the original key, capo on fret 2. The tab is still written out, so you're starting on the 5th fret, even though technically it's the 7th fret, but it's kind of easier to read it that way. So anyway, so let's get into it. I'll talk through the fingers we're going to use as we go on this one, but I do want to talk about the pick direction. So basically, when you're on this riff, I would recommend doing all down picks. Okay, pick downwards on all of the notes, apart from every time you hit the G string. If I use this first little bit as an example, you'll notice I did all downward picks apart from the G, and try and keep that consistent throughout the whole riff. I think it'll be best if we do this riff 2 beats at a time. Okay, so just take it like in kind of 4 little chunks here. The first chunk is going to be so you're going to start off with your 2nd finger on fret 5 and your 1st finger on fret 4, because what we're going to do here is you're going to play 5, 4, 0. But you'll notice instead of picking all 3 notes, I'm only picking the 1st note. I'm pulling off, so pulling downwards with my 2nd finger to get the 4, and then pulling downwards off the string to get the 0. Okay, and there's a lot of that. It's called legato when you've got hammering on and pulling off in this riff. So yeah, first pick is going to be 3 notes. And then I would recommend using your 2nd finger here to hammer on from 0 to 3 on the A string. Then we're going to hit 2 on the G string. And then 0 on the A string. So if we put that all together, it's going to sound like this. The next chunk, next couple of beats, is going to be this. So this time you've got a hammer on from 0 to 2 on the D string. You're going to hit the open G. Then you're going to hammer on to the from 0 to 3 with your 2nd finger on the A string. Then you're going to play the 2 on the G string. And then the open A string again. So let's put that all together. And by the way, I do recommend playing it at this kind of speed to start with until you've really got it perfect. Then you can start to speed it up. Anyway, so this whole first bar is going to sound like this. The next couple of beats are going to go like this. It's going to start with similar to what we started with on the first bar. This time you're on the 3rd fret of the B string, but you're going to play 3, pull off onto the 2, and then pull off onto the open B. Okay, so it starts off with that again, just picking once. Then you're going to do a hammer on the G string, again doing upstroke onto the 2nd fret with your 1st finger like this. And then all you do is play the, keep that finger on and play the A string on its own and then go back to that 2. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Now the last 2 beats of this riff are going to involve curls, okay? So let's explain what's going on here. We're going to leave your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G, by the way, here. And what you're going to do is play the 3rd fret with your of the A string with your 2nd finger. Okay, so 3rd fret, A string, 2nd finger. But you'll see on the tab that it's got a bend. All right, but it only says a quarter on it, a quarter bend, which means a really subtle bend. We're just going to pull downwards on the string a little bit as you play the note like this. Okay, that's quite a bluesy thing, and it's called a curl, and you'll hear it all the time in music. So I'm going to do the curl on the 3, and I'm going to play the 2 on the G string again. Then I'm going to use my 3rd finger to curl on the 4th fret of the A string. Okay, and then I'm going to finish off by doing a pull off from 3 to 0 on the A string with my 2nd finger. Let's play that bit again slowly. So it's going to go bend on the 3rd fret, very subtle curl, 2 on the G string, bend on the 4th fret in the same way, then 2 on the G string again, and then a pull off from 3 to 0 on the A string, like this. Right, okay, so if we put that whole 2nd bar together, it's going to sound like this. And the whole riff, if we put it all together now, it's going to sound like this.